So n8n version 2.0 just dropped and everybody's freaking out about migrations. Here's the truth. I just upgraded 47 workflows in 15 minutes and quite honestly, not much changed visually. But there are 3 critical things you need to check before you upgrade, or you will break your automations. I'm going to show you exactly what I did, where to find the migration report, what each warning actually means, and how to fix them. Let's go. First question that probably came into your mind when you saw this announcement was, why should I upgrade? The reason is version 2.0 isn't just a paint job. It's a fundamental shift to make n8n more secure and performant. It has better security defaults, it's more reliable, and it comes with a performance boost. And with highly requested features like autosave that will be released in January. And other perks like the new sidebar or the updated canvas. So here on the left we have the version 1, and here on the right we have the version 2.0. And you can see here some difference in the canvas. For example, the background is more dark, or the outlines of the nodes are a little darker. But pretty much it's the same. One thing that you might notice is the active button is gone. Now we have something that's called publish here. It's technically the same, but it gives you more feedback. Like for example, when you have any issues here. And you will provide the version name. But still, if you don't have the enterprise version, you're limited to a 1-day history. So you might see the changes and think, I don't care. But what you should care is when you scroll down here, the announcement, and then you read what says here. The main problem is version 1 will only continue support for the next 3 months after release of the 2.0 version. That means besides security updates, you won't get any further updates. So sooner or later, your version 1 will be outdated. That's why we should focus now how to upgrade safely. For this, we have to go to this dedicated docs document. Here all changes listed that are critical and could break your automations. And there are some. The good part is you don't have to read everything here in detail to understand what's not working, because n8n also released a feature called Migration Report that you can find under Settings when you select here Migration Report. By the way, make sure that you're on this version or higher, otherwise you won't see the Migration Report here in the settings. This Migration Report tells you how your workflows are ready for version 2.0. For example, out of my 257 workflows, 251 are already ready for version 2.0. So this instant I could safely upgrade when I do this 6 changes here. The great part is these are old workflows that I'm not currently using actively, since like you can see the last execution was a month ago. So I could technically upgrade safe, but here's a second thing that you need to look at, and it's the instance issues. The good part is if you have a version hosted by n8n, you don't have to worry about this, since n8n will take care of this migration here. But if you're self-hosting, you need to look here very, very closely. So if you're self-hosting and don't know what this here means, I recommend to stay away from version 2.0 for now. Because depending on your setup, you could break things easily. But I will tell you an approach that is pretty safe, even if you're self-hosting. Before I show you how to update, you need to do a backup. For that, you go back here. When you use hosted by n8n, you click here this little cloud icon to go to the admin panel. Then you go to manage, and here you click export. Then you click download workflows. And if you have the self-hosted n8n version, you don't have this easy option to download all workflows. For that, I recommend you to download this workflow that I provide in the description box below. When you click here execute workflow, it automatically gets all your workflows and safely makes a backup of them. And since the backup is saved on GitHub, you will even get version control, what is actually an enterprise feature. So there's really nothing you can't automate with n8n, even enterprise features. So once you go through this checklist, the last thing you have to do is to go here to n8n version and select the 2.0 latest beta and click Save Changes. So it's pretty easy if it's hosted by n8n. But what if you're self-hosting? For that, check out my migration checklist under self-hosting. By the way, if you want to quickly play around on a self-hosted version, just download Docker Desktop and type in here n8n and select this one here. And then here under tag, you select 2.0 and click Run. Once you've done that, you can click here on this link and access version 2. Now the most critical question, should you upgrade or not? In my opinion, you should not upgrade if your current n8n setup is running fine and is in production. Of course, if you're just playing around and stuff, simply upgrade. Don't worry too much about it. But I won't currently upgrade any of my instances that are in production. The reason is simple, never touch a running system. And since n8n even promises security updates, I don't worry about upgrading n8n instances that are currently in production. The risk that something will break is high, and especially when it's critical and in production, I would never risk that. I don't want any problems with clients. But for all new projects and tutorials, I will start using version 2. This way you are future-proof and you don't have to worry about anything that will break. Plus this update won't improve your current setup much, or even at all, but has the possibility to break it. So again, for now I won't upgrade any production instances. That's why my recommendation is don't upgrade any production instances. especially as long as security fixes are still included in version 1. But for all future projects, I highly recommend you to use version 2 from now on. This really ensures that you're future-proof, have always access to the newest features, and by not upgrading your current production instances, you won't lose anything, nothing will break, and you won't miss any features since you already built the workflows. By the way, if you want to be always up to date and learn more about n8n, make sure to join my school community. Here we take you from a complete beginner to an advanced user in no time. With many high-leverage AI systems like the AI voice agent, website chat bubbles, or even content automations like the UGC machine, or clipping automation that creates viral shorts from podcasts. I hope you liked this video and see you in the next one.